roads are wet over here. What's going on, guys? Oregon Motorcycle back with another episode. Today we're talking about what I hate about the Honda CBX. Okay, let's try that again. The 2019 Honda CB500X. Now, I'm going to start this video by telling you guys that this was a really hard video for me to make because I love this bike so much, and it is damn near perfect for me, for what I do with it and that kind of thing. So I really had to dig deep to come up with this list of 5 things that I don't like about the bike. And these aren't major, like, you know, improvements that are going to cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars for the manufacturer if you were the manufacturer of this bike. In fact, a couple of these items wouldn't even cost the manufacturer anything. So, and they would, in my opinion, improve the bike. So, one other thing before we get started, guys, if you guys are liking my videos and liking what I'm doing and like this bike, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month, and I know you guys can help me get there just by hitting the button. It doesn't cost any money, and you guys will be able to you know, watch all my videos that are coming up here. I got a lot of things planned. The next adventure that's planned is going to be to the Redwoods, and that should be coming up in about 3 to 4 weeks. We just took a ride to the coast yesterday, which I'm going to be working on editing today on that video. So that's going to be a pretty cool video. We did everything from go through snow and icy roads, and we made it all the way out to the coast to some sand dunes all in one day. We rode over 250 miles. It was just a great day. A little cold, but awesome. So enough of that stuff, guys. Let's get into it. The first thing on the list here out of the 5 is going to be the key location. Now, I know they put risers on this newer model for 2019 so they could lower the handlebar rake or whatever to make it more like dirt bike style. You know, this bike is more oriented for the dirt versus the street versus the previous year models. And that's kind of a couple points I'm going to hit on in this review. So if you look, the key is like way down in here. And sometimes when you're, especially in the dark, it's kind of hard to find and get down in there. And then I got these wires coming off, you know, for my charger and all that stuff. And it just, you know, keyless entry would have, or keyless start, I guess you could say, would have been, you know, it would have been another cost. And I don't know really about moving the barrel up here or whatever. So yeah, that, you know, it would have been cool if it would have been, you know, keyless. Maybe that's an option I could do in the future. But it's just a little annoyance, the way that the key barrel is so far down in there. You know, my buddy rode this bike the other day and he's like, does this bike have a key? And I was like, yeah, it's down in there. He was kind of tripping on that. So the next thing on the list, you guys, is going to be an ABS switch. And I mean, in all honesty, from a manufacturer's point of view, this could have been a $10 increase, which would have equated to maybe, say, a $20 to $50 increase in the MSRP. So yeah, maybe would have bumped the price up a little bit. But if you're going to build a bike that's got a little more off-road into it than the previous year model, I really think that ABS off-road, at least the back tire, you guys, I mean, come on, is essential, you know. So yeah, it would have been an easy upgrade in my opinion. You know, a couple feet of wire and an extra switch or whatever. So I plan to put a switch on here in the future. I just have a really cool idea that I think you guys are really gonna like, and I gotta wait so I can do it right. It's gonna be pretty awesome, how I'm gonna do it. So so yeah, ABS switch, guys. So the third item on the list is the suspension tune. Now I know on an economy bike like this, you're not going to get adjustable dampening and adjustable rebound. That kind of stuff is just, you know, not going to happen on a bike of this caliber. But what I do feel they could have improved on is a heavier weight oil, fork oil in the front. Now, I don't know what this came with stock. I'm assuming it's going to be 5 or 10 weight, but I strongly feel if they would have increased the viscosity, say 5 or maybe even 10 points at a higher viscosity, it would have slowed down the rebound and compression on the front. The spring rate feels okay, you guys, and I'm 150 pounds, probably, you know, 160 with all my gear on and everything. And just with my lightweight, with no gear or anything, no bags or anything on the back, I can bottom out the front forks pretty easily. On a dirt road, say some potholes or whatever, you're gonna bottom it out, you know. So a higher weight fork oil you know, would help prevent that and make it a little more safe, and that would translate over to probably better performance on road for the bike. You know, and then maybe a little bit rougher ride on some of the looser stuff, maybe off-road or whatever, but overall I think it would have been an improvement for this bike. So it would probably be even worse for, say, a rider of 180 to 200 pounds. I'm sure they'd have a lot easier time bottoming out the front fork. So so yeah, number 3 would be a little bit higher fork oil in the front. Number 4 on the list is going to be the tires. When I first got this bike, I felt the tires were adequate, and I'm over 2,000 miles now. Right now we're at 2133. I gotta be honest, guys, these tires are crap for pretty much everything. They don't do well off-road at all, and they're just mediocre on the street. Now I will say that the wet weather performance, the wet streets, that's decent for a tire. So now again, these are OEM tires, you guys, so they probably have half the tread and a different compound, probably made in another factory compared to what a regular Dunlop tire would be. I'm not knocking Dunlop. You know, I know whenever, especially on a popular bike like this, if the manufacturer, the OEM, gets together with a tire manufacturer, you're just going to get a lower quality tire compared to what you could buy off the shelf. That's just the way it goes. So what I feel that Honda could have done is put a specific tire on the bike and had it come with, whether it be a specific street tire or a specific, like, say, 50/50 that actually gave you a little bit of grip off-road. And hell, maybe they could have offered that in a different model. So instead of having 2 models of this bike, they could have had 4. They could have had an ABS with street tires or dirt tires, and then they could have had a non-ABS with street tires or dirt tires, and then the buyer could pick what kind of tires came on the bike. I feel that would have given riders a better start, so to speak. Now I know some of you guys ride this bike strictly on road, and which makes these tires a waste. And then you got people like me that just take it wherever they want, whenever they want, and again, that makes the tires a waste. And then you got guys that just want to specifically take it off road, and they buy the bike and just rip the tires off and put dirt tires on. Again, the tires are a waste. Yeah, it would have been great to see like just a Dunlop street tire, basic. And then in the manual, it could have said in the manual something like, hey, if you guys plan on going off-road, we highly recommend changing the tires. And then that would have made people like me not take this off-road with these crappy tires. So yeah, that'd be number 4. A tire distinction, I guess you could say. Not necessarily improvement. I'm not asking for an improvement, because I know this is a budget bike and you got to do what you got to do to keep that MSRP down, but just maybe say like a complete 100% street tire, or like a complete, you know, 50/50, which is basically a DOT legal off-road tire. You know, that would have been a good option. So anyways, all right, so coming up, number 5. This was kind of weird when I bought the bike and I realized that it didn't have this, was a rear hugger. The rear hugger, in my opinion, is something that's really needed, and you know, this could have increased the manufacturing cost a little bit too, but yeah, basically the whole rear suspension and all that stuff back up in there, and the ABS box, everything's getting sprayed with mud because there's no hugger on the back swing arm, preventing all the stuff coming off the back tire slinging back up into basically it's going right to the back of the motor. You know, and I've priced the huggers for this bike. They're kind of pricey. They're like $100 to $150 depending on what you do. But I've also seen some guys make their own custom, not necessarily a hugger, but kind of like a fender that they're mounting onto the bike. So I might look into something like that, maybe do something like that to help prevent the mud and dust and dirt and spray and everything from getting on the rear shock and the rear suspension components and that kind of thing, and help keep the back of the bike a little cleaner. So so yeah, guys, that's the 5 things that I've come up with, and I spent some time trying to think this over and figure out what really could be improved. Now, of course, we can say, oh, we need more power, we need better handling, we need all this, and blah, 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 but that would change the bike. Like, you know, from an engineering point of view, whenever you change something, it affects the other thing, right? So, like, if we put more power on this bike, it might make it heavier, and then it wouldn't handle the way it handles, you know, and so on and so on. And you put more of this and less of that, and it just changes the whole bike. So without trying to change the bike too much, these are some of the key points that I thought could be improved on the bike. But yeah, like I said, this was a hard video to make, and overall I'm so happy with this bike, and I'm gonna probably do another review video on things I really like about this bike in the future. So, but anyways, guys, getting close to home. I'm gonna go do my thing, and until next time, hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Oregon motorcycle.